Singapore continues molding its nationhood. It must evolve into a unique entity worthy of recognition at the world stage. However, after 44 years of endeavor, there is little culture of significance that we can really claim our own. Although we do possess notable physical and materialistic achievements, the essential social glue that binds and bonds our still fragile multiracial society together has been considerably diluted in recent years. The overblown hype on the alleged cohesiveness and perseverance of the nation is only half-truth at best. One only has to sit in any heartland coffee shop to listen to the people's general frustration with life. There appears to be little passion for patriotism, because the people are saddled with fear, insecurity, and confusion. There is apparently little precious love for this little red dot of an island. The authorities have continued to confuse the people with its antics. And as if to preserve the existence of an underclass, the authorities are seen to promote price increases indirectly amidst falling wages, and also to welcome foreign workers amidst growing unemployment. Now, coupled with a host of other faults inherent in the non-homogeneous society, the mounting stress pushes one to question the actual value of citizenship. And housing care and health care costs have been inflated substantially over the decades, thereby reducing CPF savings. Now, this has resulted in serious deficiency of funds for retirement financing, which is supposed to be CPF primary function. On the other hand, insufficient attention was allocated to job preservation, which is a constant worry for the young and middle ages. The anxiety is further enhanced with a flood of foreigners invited in as cheap labour substitute. Now, coupled by the lack of a comprehensive social welfare for the unemployed. Now, this has caused tremendous distress. In the earlier years, as you know, there were hardly any citizens living off the street without a roof over their heads. But nowadays, it's becoming so common. Consequently, more and more citizens have migrated to less stressful pastures abroad with each passing year. And in a simplistic attempt to make up for the lost numbers, more foreigners are invited to this already crowded country. Now I ask you, how does one march into the future full of fear and insecurity? Especially when the authorities themselves appear to be helpless in the face of the current economic downturn. And this despite their self-anointment as being the best. Now, apart from breaching the social contract by delaying CPF withdrawals, the authorities can only promise you more hard years. Why? Because they don't have adequate provisions for the people's welfare. That's why. After 50 years under a solo authoritarian leadership, Singapore can only project a somewhat vague national identity. You can see for yourself, there's hardly any local song, any language, food, fashion, or cultural trait with which Singapore can truly identify with its nationality. The failure to develop a strong and proper sense of belonging amongst the people can be traced to a number of official policy lapses. Now, do you know that a new British survey recently placed Singapore at 49th position in its Happy Planet Index? 49th position. And 14 Asian countries, including 6 ASEAN ones, were ahead of Singapore despite our having achieved the first world standard years ago. You know, this high level of unhappiness amongst the people is very tangible. imperative for the authorities to attend to it and to address it on the national level, instead of subverting it with some pompous and costly celebrations. The Americans elected their 44th president recently based on the philosophy of change. Likewise, Singaporeans should welcome their 44th National Day with a strong aspiration for change in our local political structure. Singapore must have genuine policies to serve its national interests, not vested ones. You know what I mean. So my dear friends, fellow Singaporeans, let this National Day remind all Singaporeans of their duty to protect and to preserve the nation of their birth. Majulah Singapura. Thank you very much.